We've all felt it, that storm inside. That moment when anger tightens your chest, envy gnaws at your focus, or fear whispers you're not enough. We claw for control, only to watch it slip like water through fingers. But what if the secret isn't to grasp harder, but to let go? Welcome to this channel, where we explore ancient wisdom for your actual life. Today, we're diving into the art of letting go, inspired by the 2,000-year-old philosophy of Taoism. So imagine you're molding a piece of clay. You force it, it collapses. You work with it, gentle, patient, and it becomes something strong, hollow enough to hold life. The Taoists viewed our minds much like that clay, ready to be shaped by our thoughts and actions. They saw life's challenges as the sculptor, and they offered a unique approach to navigating them. In the 4th century BC China, when Confucius was busy telling people to be nice to their parents, and Lao Tzu was penning the Tao Te Ching, there was another guy named Zhuangzi. He and his students were a little different. They roamed around having a blast, enjoying food and drink and even dancing on graves. Some called them troublemakers. Others saw them as seekers of a deeper truth. Zhuangzi once got drunk, fell off a boat and drowned. His buddy came running, pulled him out, all huffy. "You could have died," he scolded. Zhuangzi just smiled and replied, "I was testing to see how far my neck could stretch." To the doubters, the cynics, those who thought Taoism was just a bunch of hippies playing around, Zhuangzi had an answer. He spoke of a master archer whose skill was unmatched. People would come from far and wide to watch him shoot, marveling at how he never missed his target. One day someone asked the master, "Hey, I've heard you're amazing, but I want to see you shoot something really hard like a stone wall." The master accepted the challenge. He took aim and easily hit the bullseye on the wall. After that, whenever people gathered to watch him, they requested he shoot at stone walls, which he did, hitting the center every time. But eventually, he stopped. No amount of pleading could make him shoot again. Confused, people asked why. The master turned to them and said, "Why should I destroy a wall that I can't break? That's the thing about challenges. According to the Taoists, you won't always have the strength to overcome them. Sometimes they're too big. Sometimes you just need a breather." Lao Tzu, the central figure of Taoism, once said, "He who is contented is rich. He who is satisfied is a king." That's not about being complacent. It's about knowing when to take a step back and savor what you have. As humans, we love a good story, and Taoism is rich with them. Take, for instance, the tale of the butterfly and the scholar. Once upon a time, a scholar was taking a stroll in the garden when he saw a butterfly fluttering around. Intrigued, he decided to follow it. The butterfly led him to a bush where it disappeared. Curious, the scholar reached out to look underneath the leaves, and that's when he saw an inscription that read, "He who follows the butterfly must first tie up his chariot." This meant the scholar shouldn't follow things blindly. Instead, he should understand the reason behind his pursuit. In other words, know why you're doing something before you jump in head first. Another story, this time about two friends. They were strolling along when suddenly one of them exclaimed, "Oh, look at that beautiful silk. Just imagine how wonderful it would be for my wife." The other friend stopped in his tracks. "Why would you do that?" he asked, puzzled. "What do you mean?" "Well, you saw the price tag, didn't you? By admiring the silk, you've already spent some money. You might as well buy it." "Ah," his friend replied, "but we don't have enough cash right now." How could you say such a thing? Both stories offer a similar lesson. Don't just follow what's pretty or popular without thinking it through. Understand the cost and consequences before jumping in. It's a lesson in delayed gratification, a hallmark of Taoist philosophy. Delayed gratification, it's all about waiting for the best moment to act. Think of it as planting a seed. You wouldn't toss it in a pot of boiling water, would you? It's the same with your goals, dreams, and plans. Timing matters. The Taoists believe that every situation has an optimal time to address. This isn't about procrastination, it's about wisdom. Knowing when to act decisively, when to wait, and when to rest is key. It's about finding the sweet spot between patience and action. Take fishing, for example. Sitting patiently by the river, not constantly casting your line, but waiting for the perfect moment to cast, letting the bait sink, feeling the tug and then striking. Each step is timed to increase your chances of success. That's delayed gratification in action. The Taoists viewed life through the lens of balance. Everything, they believed, was interconnected and in a constant state of flux, like the cycles of nature, the waxing and waning of the moon, the changing of the seasons. They called this concept the Tao, the way, the natural order of the universe. Lao Tzu famously wrote, "Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you." The idea isn't about complacency. It's about appreciating what you have instead of constantly chasing after more. Imagine yourself as a leaf floating down a stream. You could fight the current, struggle to stay put, or you could relax, float, and enjoy the journey. Taoism encourages you to find that inner peace by letting go of resistance, by accepting the natural flow of life. Yet Taoism isn't about passiveness. It's about harmonious action. The concept of Wu Wei, often translated as effortless action, highlights this beautifully. It's not about doing nothing. It's about aligning your actions with the Tao, the natural order of things. It's like a surfer riding a wave. There's an element of chance, sure, but the surfer's skill and timing are crucial. The Taoist approach involves a deep understanding of your surroundings, careful observation, and a willingness to adapt. Picture yourself planting a garden. You wouldn't start digging holes and planting randomly, would you? You'd observe the space, the sunlight, the soil, and choose your plants wisely. Taoism advocates for a similar approach in life. Before taking a big step, whether it's starting a new project or making a significant decision, the Taoists suggest taking a moment to pause, reflect, and align your actions with your goals and values. It's about being intentional with your actions, not just busy. You see, in the grand tapestry of life, everything unfolds in its own time. There's a rhythm to the universe, a melody that guides our path. Taoism invites us to tune into this melody, to listen to the whispers of nature and the subtle cues of our inner selves. It's about recognizing that sometimes the best course of action is no action at all. In the heart of Taoist philosophy lies a profound idea, the concept of Ziran, often translated as naturalness or spontaneity. It's not about being artificial or forced. Rather, it's about living authentically, expressing yourself naturally without fear of judgment. Think about a child laughing, playing, exploring the world. Their joy is unfiltered, their curiosity boundless. Ziran invites us to recapture that essence, to approach life with a sense of wonder and openness. It's about embracing who you are without trying to fit into a mold. Have you ever tried to help someone only to make things worse? We've all been there. Sometimes our well-intentioned help can do more harm than good. Enter the concept of Wu Wei, often translated as non-action or effortless action. At first glance, it might sound like a call for laziness or apathy, but in reality, it's quite the opposite. Wu Wei isn't about doing nothing. It's about aligning your actions with the natural order of things, letting go of the need to control every outcome. It's about understanding when to lend a helping hand and when to step back and allow things to unfold naturally. Just like a gardener tending to a garden, you nurture, guide, and support, but you don't force the growth. You let it happen naturally. Let's take parenting, for example. Wu Wei suggests that instead of trying to mold your children into a certain image, you should foster an environment where they can grow and thrive naturally. Guide them, love them, but allow them to discover their own paths. Or consider relationships. How often do we try to change our partners, friends, or family members into someone they're not? Wu Wei challenges this notion. It encourages us to accept people as they are and to work with their natural tendencies rather than against them. It's about finding harmony in the dance of life, where each partner brings their unique rhythm and steps. Ultimately, Wu Wei is about finding that sweet spot between action and non-action, between guidance and freedom. It's about understanding that sometimes the most helpful thing you can do is to simply step back and let life unfold naturally. You've probably heard the old saying, "Still waters run deep." It's a phrase that speaks to the power of quiet, of the depth that can be found in stillness. Taoism echoes this sentiment, suggesting that sometimes the loudest, most forceful approaches aren't the most effective. Instead, it champions a quieter, more subtle way of interacting with the world. This isn't about being passive or submissive. It's about harnessing the power of quiet contemplation. Just as a calm body of water can reflect the vastness of the sky, Taoism encourages us to cultivate an inner stillness that allows us to connect with our true selves, with the world around us more deeply. So how can we tap into this well of inner calm? Through meditation, through mindful practices, and by embracing the slower, gentler rhythms of life. It's about finding moments of quiet amidst the chaos, about listening to the soft whispers that often get drowned out by the noise of everyday life. And remember, it's not about being loud and forceful. It's about being deeply rooted and centered. In the words of Lao Tzu, by letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. But when you try, the world is beyond the winning. Taoism isn't just a philosophy. It's a way of life. It's a journey of self-discovery and harmony with the universe. It invites us to live authentically, to embrace change, and to find balance in the ever-shifting sands of existence. If you're seeking a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you, Taoism might just be the compass you've been searching for. Its teachings echo with wisdom that transcends time, offering guidance for those who dare to listen. So as you navigate the twists and turns of life, remember the lessons of Taoism. Be water, my friend. Be water. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Taoism. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give us a like and share it with your friends. Your engagement helps us continue sharing these enriching philosophies. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. It's a simple way to stay connected to our upcoming videos. Until next time, may your journey be filled with the wisdom of the Tao.